Hello, hello. Here we go. All right, let's begin today from child's pose. So I have my blanket here to protect my knees. You know how this works. Even though you are feeling that your knees are okay, that you don't do that, I strongly suggest to start protecting your kneecaps just by placing this blanket or towel under your knees. And then we're going to sink the hips to the heels. And when you find the length of the spine, just walk the hands, relax your forearms, elbows, and then forehead towards the hands, towards the floor. And if you don't have a block, you can make a towel with your fist. The key here is not having your head floating in the air. So just create too much tension in your neck and shoulders, and then just release and stretch the back gently. And as you breathe in and out, noticing and feeling the breath and the upper part of the spine, and the back of the rib cage, side of the rib cage, expanding out as you inhale and releasing. And you're welcome to have your knees a little bit wider than your hips, allowing the belly to drop down towards the floor if you like. Just breathe in and out, feeling the breath. Noticing the inhales and the exhales. Deepening the length of every inhalation and exhalation. Have your elbows slightly out so you have room in between your shoulder blades, the back of the shoulders, the entire length of the spine. Breathing in and out a few more rounds as you settle down, as you find yourself more here in the present moment. And gently, let's return back to tabletop position. So knees, if you have your knees wider than the hips, have your knees under the hips now. Wrist under the shoulders, find your neutral spine. Inhale, drop the belly into the cow, arching the spine. Belly, chin in, round the spine, exhale into the cat. Inhale into the lunge, drop the belly. Exhale, round the spine, belly in, chin in. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round into the cat. And keep linking the breath with the movement, arching and rounding. Few more round of breath, mobilizing the spine. And then slowly back to neutral position. From here, round the spine, move the hips to the heels, and then walk the hands to the left side of the mat. Right hand on top of your left hand, elbows, forearms down. Gentle stretch of the right side of the torso. Make sure your head is down. And try to avoid any tension in your neck. And gently walk to the opposite side. Left hand on top of your right hand. Relax forearms, elbows, and chin into the chest. Use your breath. And return back to center. Neutral position of your child's pose. And then from here, let's all come back to tabletop position. Engage the core, slide the left leg back, tuck the toes under, and press with your left calf muscle. Stretch that Achilles tendon. Concentrate in your breath. A lot of asymmetrical work today. And then left knee under your left hip, extend the right leg back, tuck the toes under, press to the heel, bring the belly in. And right knee under your right hip. Now, left knee comes a few inches to the front. Keep the right knee where it is. Asymmetrical child's pose. We're going to stretch the spine asymmetrically as you move the hips to the heels, forearms, elbows down, chin to your chest, or again, make the tower with your fists and feel the right side, the back of the right side of the spine getting stretched. And gently return back to center, left knee under your left hip, and then it's time to the right knee to go a few inches to the front, and then move the hips to the heels. Let's stretch the left side, the back of the left side of the spine. Elbows down, soft shoulders, soft elbows. And slowly return back to center. And then the right knee goes under your right hip. So both knees are even. Place the weight on your right hand, open and twist to the left. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, open and twist to the right. Exhale, hand down. Tuck the toes under, engage the core. Pick up the knees few inches up. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, downward dog, chin to your chest, shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, heels up, knees down, tabletop. Take a nice inhale. Inhale, open and twist to the left. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, open and twist to the right. Exhale, hand down. Tuck the toes under. Inhale, engage the belly. Pick up the knee few inches off the floor. Take a nice inhale, downward dog. Hips up, chin to your chest, heels down. Press into the palms, lengthen the spine, heels up, knees down, tabletop, top of the feet flat on the mat around the spine, and then release into child's pose. Keep both knees even. And then slowly return back to tabletop position. So now extend the left leg back and up, flex the knee, cross it over your right leg and move the hips halfway down. Working asymmetrically again, back to center, left leg back and up, flex, cross it over, move the hips back. Inhale, table, left leg back and up, flex, cross it over, and then walk your hands under the shoulders and then drop the hips slightly down as far as you can, but make sure you're not leaning to one side. Try to keep both hips even and then relax, if you can, the forearms and the elbows down. So stretching the left side of the hip here. Nice inhales. Full exhales. And then slowly back to tabletop. And do the crossing of the leg. Now the right leg goes back and up. Flex the knee, cross it over, move halfway down. Back through center, right leg back and up. Flex, cross it over, halfway down. One more. Back to table, right leg back and up, cross it over, and then move the wrists under the shoulders, and with both hips even this time, move the hips down, soften the elbows, the forearms. Take a moment, keep both hips even. And then slowly palms towards the floor, pick up the elbows, return to table, and do the crossing of the legs. Both knees are now even under the hips. Now walk the hands under the shoulders, kneeling position. From here, we're going to step forward with your left foot, 90-degree angle, right hand down by your left foot, and then slide the right knee down towards the floor. So instead of having the knee under the hip, we want to open the right hip flexor. Now open and twist to the left. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, open and twist to the right. Exhale, hand down, straighten the leg, move the hips back, chin to your chest. Inhale, flex the knee, lift the chest, and then again, inhale, open and twist to the left. Exhale, hand down, open and twist to the right. Exhale, hand down, move the hips back, stretching the hamstring, move the hip back, chin to your chest. Flex the knee, neutral spine. One more time. Inhale, open and twist to the left. Exhale, hand down. Open and twist to the right. Hand down, straighten the left knee, pick up the ball of the foot, hips back, chin to your chest. And then bend the left knee, hands down, tuck the toes under and high lunge. So now press to the heel. And then from here, engage the core, place the hands to your left side and gently press as you lift the chest. Hold in position. You can keep the hands down with the elbows by your rib cage. And if you want to challenge yourself, we're going to bring the arms overhead, shoulders back and down, palms facing to each other. Keep pressing to the right heel as you arch the spine slightly back, working asymmetrically here in strength, balance, and stamina. Nice inhale, full exhale. And then hands down, straighten your left leg, and then move the hips back to a more intense stretch here. Draw the chin in. Use your breath. And then drop the right knee down. Bring the left knee to meet your right knee, and let's all move to child's pose. Relax your neck, your shoulders. Take a few rounds of breath. Hands by your knees, standing into your knees, kneeling position. Now it's time to step forward the right foot, and then slide the left knee slightly back. Keep your left hand down by your right foot, open and twist to the right. Exhale, hand down. Inhale, open and twist to the left. Exhale, hand down, straighten the knee, move the hips back, chin to your chest. Flex your right knee, left hand down by your right foot, open and twist to the right. Exhale, hand down. Inhale, open and twist to the left. Hand down, straighten the leg, move the hips back, chin to your chest. One last round, flex the knee, lead with the heart. Left hand down by your right foot, open and twist to the right. Exhale, hand down. Open and twist to the left. Exhale, hand down. Straighten, move the hips back. Flex your right knee, tap the toes underneath of the mat. Find your balance. Place your hands to your right thigh and then lift the chest, lift the heel. Maybe, it's ideal if you have off the mat to work on your balance and strength. You can have both hands down, keep lifting from the heart, or you can bring the arms overhead, shoulders back and down. And press through your left heel and feel the opening, the stretch on your left hip flexor. Soften any tension in your neck and shoulders. Work with the breath as you strengthen those legs, and then hands down towards the floor, straighten the leg, move the hips back, chin into the chest, and work in more intense asymmetrical stretch. Inhale and exhale. Flex your right knee, drop the left knee down, bring the right knee to meet your left knee. Let's all move to Balasana, child's pose. Take a moment there as you breathe and stretch. And slowly back to tabletop. Tuck the toes under, press into downward dog. Walk your hands towards the feet under the hips, and remove your blanket from the mat, and then rounding the spine, holding from the opposite elbows. Keep the knees slightly bent. Crown of the head is pointing towards the floor. Allow gravity to help you to stretch symmetrically your spine. Now bring the hands to the hips, engage the core to lift the torso slowly, straighten both legs, and we are now in Samastiti. Equal standing pose. Hands to the heart center. Soften the elbows by your rib cage. And concentrate back on the breath. Slow it down. Feel the weight equally distributed in both feet. Take a nice inhale. Coming to chair pose, Ardha Utkatasana. And as we move the hips back, pick up the left heel up. And then straighten lower heel down. Exhale. Flex the left knee, flex, pick up the right heel, and then heel down, straighten both legs. Inhale, exhale, flex left knee, pick up the left heel up, chair pose. Heel down, back to neutral. Exhale, flex and lower, pick up the right heel up. Straighten and neutral position. Inhale and exhale, flex, pick up the left heel. And straighten, heel down. One more, inhale. Flex the right heel, right knee, right heel up, chair pose. And then slowly down, down, down. Lower the hands down by your hips, shoulders back and down. Breathing in and out. Slow down the breath again. And then bring the left arm behind your lower back, flex the elbow. And then the right arm goes by your right ear. Draw the chin in, belly in. We're going to lengthen the spine forward. As you lower the hand, wherever you can reach, if you can touch the floor, is fine. Engage the core, keep the arm by your right ear and return back to neutral position. Asymmetrical strength of the spine. Belly, lengthen the spine, draw the chin to your chest and lower the hand down. Engage the core and return back to neutral. Keep the arm up overhead, belly in. Inhale, exhale, engage the core. Lengthening and lowering the right hand down. Engage and reach to the spine, bring the arm overhead, and then release the arm down to the floor. Shoulders up, back, and down. Now the right arm goes behind your lower back. Left arm overhead by your left ear. Keep it all the time there. Chin in. And as you exhale, lean forward, lower the hand down, chin in. Engage the core and bring them overhead. Exhale, move the hips back. Engage the belly. Lower the left hand down. Inhale, lengthen the spine back to the center. One more. Inhale and exhale. Engage and lower. Engage, bring down overhead, lift the spine, release the hands down towards the floor. Both shoulders up, back and down. Both shoulders forward, down and back. Again, up to the ears, back and down. Up to the ears, forward and down. One last. Bring arms up and down. Up, forward, and hands into Anjali Mudra, both hands together. Soft shoulders, soft elbows. Breathing in and out. And lower the hands down by your hips. Let's work with asymmetrical pose on warrior one. So the right foot turns into about 35-40 degree angle, and then one comfortable step with the left foot. Adjust your hips, adjust your shoulders, flex your left knee, find the 90-degree angle, and the crown of the head is pointing towards the floor. Arms overhead, shoulders back and down, gently arching the upper spine. Take an inhale, straighten your left leg, bring the arms out and behind you, lower the spine halfway down. Flex your left knee, bring the arms forward and up, return to warrior one. Take a nice inhale, straighten your left leg, bring the arms out and bring the hands behind you. Engage the core, lower the spine halfway down. Flex your left knee, release the hands, bring them forward and up to warrior one. Inhale, straighten, arms out and behind you. Engage the belly, chin in, and then lower halfway down. And then flex your left knee, bring arms overhead, and then release the hands down by your hips. One step back, Samastiti. Both feet even, under the hips, shoulders back and down. Back to your breath. Now the left foot goes in an angle, and one comfortable step with the right foot. Adjust your hips, adjust your shoulders, so both are facing to the front of the mat. Flex your right knee, bring the arms overhead, shoulders back and down. Welcome to Vardasana, one, warrior one. Take an inhale, straighten the legs, arms out and back. Exhale, lengthen the spine, lower halfway down. Flex your right knee, sweep the arms forward and up, return to warrior one. Straighten arms out and behind you. Engage and exhale, lower the spine halfway down. Flex your right knee, last round, bring the arms to warrior one overhead. Inhale, straighten, sweep the arms out and behind you. Engage the core and then lower the spine halfway down. Flex your right knee, bring the arms overhead, and then one step back, Samasthiti. Hands to the heart, elbows by your rib cage. Bring your attention to your breath. And then slowly lower the hands down. We keep working asymmetrically. This time we're going to come into wider stand, feet wider than the hips. Keep your left foot parallel to the back of the mat and then rotate the toes to the front. Now from here, flex your right knee over to your right ankle. Shoulders, notice, are over my hips. I'm not leaning to one side yet. Arms to the side in T position. Relax shoulders and elbows. Look over to your right hand. Welcome to Warrior One. And from here, straighten your right leg. Let's move to the Utthita Trikonasana, triangle. The spine goes to the right. Leaning to the right, place hand below your knee or above your knee, never in your knee joint. Flex your right knee and return to Warrior Two. Look over to your right hand. Inhale, straighten, belly in. And as you exhale, you move the spine to the right and then lower the hand into triangle. Flex your right knee, engage the core, Warrior Two. Soften the shoulders. Inhale, straighten, belly in, and exhale as you move to the right and lower. Flex your right knee and Warrior Two. So relax the arms down, shoulders up, back and down. Rotate the right foot forward and then the left heel comes in. Same thing, Warrior Two, left knee over to your left hand. Ankle arms in T, shoulders back and down, look over to your left hand. Make sure your knee is not collapsing in. 90-degree inhale. And then straighten, let's come into a triangle. Reach to the left, lower the hand down, and the arm goes up to the sky. Flex your left knee, activate the core to return to Warrior Two, look over to your left hand. Inhale, straighten, and exhale, reach to the side as you lower the hand down. Flex your left knee, return the arms to T position, look over to your left hand. Last one, inhale, straighten, exhale, move and lower. Flex the knee and return back to Warrior Two. Release the arms down, up, back, and down. Straighten your left leg, rotate the left foot, and then right knee flex under the right hip. Left knee, left foot under your left hip. Hands to the heart. Reconnecting back with the inhales and the exhales. Slow it down. And release the hands down by your hips. Inhale, chin up. Exhale, rotate to the right, to the chest, left and up. Exhale to the right, to the chest. Inhale, left and up. 2 or 3 more rounds, same direction. Mobilizing your neck gently with a breath. And going to the opposite direction. And back to neutral position. Hands to the heart center. Breathing in and out. And exhale, hands down. Now have your feet a little bit wider than the hips, not too much too wide, but have your feet parallel. From here, bring the arms flex and hands to the back of your neck. But the back, not the neck, the back of your skull. Press your left foot and then guide the right elbow to the right lateral stretch. Engage the core, belly in, back through center. And then exhale, move the hips to the right, spine to the left. Engage back through center. Exhale to the right. And back through center. And exhale to the left. Back through center. One more time each side. Moving to the right. Back through center, elbows back. Exhale to the left. Back through center, release the hands down towards the hips, shoulders up, back and down. And then do one shoulder at a time, releasing. Left up, back and down, right up, back and down. Just soften the spine asymmetrically, mobilizing the rib cage, the shoulders, and then slowly flex the right knee. Right foot under the right hip, left foot under your left hip. Hands to the heart, Close your eyes or gaze towards the floor. Take a moment here to slow down the breath, to bring the attention inward as we're slowly starting to head to our asymmetrical standing position for balance, working in tree pose. So hands down, bring the hands to your waist and extend the right foot out, big toes touching. Now from here, flex the right knee, lift, and exhale, big toes touch. Testing the waters of the balance. Flex and lower. Flex and lower. Flex and lower, and then bring the heel in. Toes touching, and this can be very well your version of tree today. And then if you like to challenge yourself, remember you can bring the right foot higher, never there, never in your knee joint, please, below or above your knee joint. Find a place where you can focus your gaze on the floor. And then you can have your hands together. You can bring the arms up to the sky, your choice, wherever you are. And from here, working asymmetrically with balance and strength, focus and attention as you concentrate on the movement of the breath. Slow down the breath. The hands down, right foot down, and then shake your legs, especially relax your left ankle, your left foot, your left knee, and then have them again the position, hands to your waist, lift it goes up, flex the knee, pick up, and then lower the toe. Inhale, flexing up, and then lower a couple more times. Again, just to test your balance here. And then when we lower, we rotate and bring the heel in. Big toes touching, that's your version of tree today on this side as well. All good. Bring the left foot up, below or above your knee. And from there, bring the hands to the heart. Or again, grow the branches of your tree up to the sky. Or if you like, bring the arms out and behind you as you flex the elbows, challenging yourself a little bit more with the balance, holding from the opposite elbows. All those modifications of the arms are okay. Now it's time to focus and concentrate on the movement of the breath as you allow the breath to become longer and deeper. From here, lower the left foot down and bring the arms to the side, shoulders up, back and down, returning to the full breathing pattern. Take your time. And then lower the hands down by your hips. Let's come to the back of the mat now. With the feet under the hips, we're going to go down towards the floor. Bring the arms forward now. Nice long spine. Pull the belly in, chin into the chest. Swan dive. Raise the hands down towards the floor. Relax your neck. Knock your head. Yes. Shake your head. No. And then inhale. Walk the hands to the front of the mat to downward dog. Have your feet wide as the hips and wrist wide as your shoulders. And just grab your mat when you go down. If you like, you can do it now from downward dog to protect your knees, and then lower the knees to tabletop, and then move to child's pose. Relax shoulders, elbows, and neck and spine for a few rounds of breath before we going down to work asymmetrically to strengthen the muscles of the spine. Then with the head, lift the chest. Let's come to tabletop, and then from there, Flex the elbows, bring the elbows by your rib cage, move the pelvis, the hips forward, and then gently release the spine and make a pillow with your hands, elbows out. Relax your neck. Take a moment here to catch up with the breath. Let's work, like I said, asymmetrically with back muscles. So let's go to elbows, flex, shoulder height, and the forearms, the hands in line with your elbows. Like a cactus arms, relax the chest and the forehead towards the mat. The way we do this is one opposite leg, opposite arm. So we press with the pelvis and hips. Inhale, pick up the left leg up, right arm up, lift the chest, don't look forward, keep your neck neutral. Exhale, right arm down, left leg down, neutral position. Inhale, lift the left arm up, right leg up, lift the chest off the floor. Exhale, down. Inhale, left leg up, right arm up, head and chest, keep the neck neutral. Exhale, everything goes down. Inhale, pick up the right leg up, left leg arm up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, pick up the head, chest, left leg, right arm up. Exhale, down. Press with the hips and the pelvis. Inhale, left arm up, right leg up, chest up. And exhale all the way down. Hands under the shoulders. Press, lift the head, lift the chest, pick up the pelvis, bend the knees, release your lower back. This is a way to counterbalance the asymmetrical back bend. Take a moment to relax your neck, lower back, middle back, and shoulders. Hands by your knees, lift the head, lift the chest. If you have the blanket underneath, take the blankets off. Let's come to the front of the back, but keep your blanket actually on the opposite side of the mat, so when we go down, your neck and your head is protected. Feet wide as your hips, take a moment. Palms facing forward, shoulders back and down. Let's lean back as you activate the core, front and back muscles. Pick up the feet off the floor. Let's twist to the left, holding position. Concentrate on the breath. The asymmetrical work of the core muscles going to the right. Keep breathing, don't hold the breath. And back through center, feet down, hands down. Pick up the pelvis to bring the hips close to your heels, and then slowly lay your spine down towards the floor, placing your head in your mat or your blanket. Take a moment with the knees bent and the feet wide as your hips. Hands to your belly, belly breathing. From here, arms in T position, palm facing down. So the arms should be in the same line with your shoulders. Pick up the feet off the floor. A little bit more asymmetrical core work. We're going to twist slowly to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Engage. Slowly back to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Twist to the right. Slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Engage. Back to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feet down wide as your hips. Pick up the pelvis, gentle bridge, align your spine, and then release it down. Keep the right heel under the right knee, slide the left foot slightly forward. Asymmetrical bridge pose. Arms down by your side, chin into the chest. Inhale slowly up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. Left heel under the left knee. Left heel under the left knee. Right foot slightly forward. Asymmetrical bridge again. Lifting slowly up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, slowly down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, neutral position, arms in T position, feet up, 90-degree angle, twisting, engaging the core again. Slowly to the left, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, engage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To the right, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, engage, back to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feet down, pick up the pelvis, adjust your spine, and then lower it down. Right heel stay on the right knee, left foot slightly forward, arms down by your side, bridge pose, slowly going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, slowly down. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left heel under left knee, right foot slightly forward. Going up with inhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last round, arms in T position. Feet, legs 90-degree angle, asymmetrical core work. To the left, exhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, engage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To the right, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, engage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feet down, pick up the hips, pelvis, align your spine, and then release it down. Right heel stays under the right knee, left foot slightly forward, arms down by your side. Slowly up into the bridge, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, slowly down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left heel under left knee, right foot slightly forward, last bridge. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then both thighs into the chest. Stretch your lower back, give yourself a massage here, counterbalancing that back bend of the asymmetrical bridge. Ekapada Vipada Pitam. And then slowly return back to center. Lower the right foot down. Place the left foot on top of your right thigh. IT band stretch, holding from the hamstring or the right shin. And keep both hips even. Close your eyes. Concentrating back on the breath. Long and deep. Full and relaxed. And then lower the right foot down. Now holding from the hamstring, straighten your left leg, or maybe grab your foot if you can reach that, or your ankle, or the back of the hamstring, or the back of the calf muscles to stretch, and then flex and point, just do some movement there in the ankle and the foot as you stretch the back line of your left leg. And then release down. Let's do the same thing, opposite side. Flex and extend up to the sky, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, flex the right knee and place the right foot on top of your left thigh. Holding from the hamstring or the shin. It's time now to stretch the outside of your right hip. Breathe. And release left foot down, right foot down. Pick up the pelvis and the hips to align against your spine. Inhale and exhale all the way down. Now right leg goes to the front of the mat. Flex the left knee and place the left foot on top of your right thigh. Right hand outside your left knee, up into. We're going to twist to the right as you bring the gaze over to left shoulder. Twist and breathe. And return back from your twist. And then let's place the left foot by your right inner thigh and then open the left knee out as you release the glutes on the left side, the outside of your left hip, the pelvis, hands to your belly. Breathe through your opening here. Now bring the left knee up, half happy baby. Got the thigh into the chest with your left hand holding from the outside of your left foot or the right outside of your left leg. And keep the right leg open so you keep stretching the right hip flexor as you open the left side of your hip and inner thigh. And let go and then release. So now extend the left leg forward, right knee bend, place the right foot above your left knee, and with the left hand outside of your right knee, arm in T, we're going to twist to the left as we guide the right knee to the left. Come back to center. Place the right foot by your left inner thigh, open the knee out, and bring the hands to your belly as you relax and release inner thigh, inner hip, the right hip, the right glutes. Take your time to breathe. Bring the right knee up, straighten the leg, and we're going to come, keep the knee bent. We're going to come into half happy baby. Grab the outside of your right foot and keep your left leg straight. And then just keep the left hip down. Breath is flowing. Let's bring the left foot up, full happy baby. Relax and breathe. Then slowly bring the legs together, roll over to one side, and let's come to Buddha pose. In my case, I am on my left side. Remember, Buddha pose, we want to support the head with a hand, and we're going to have your knees bent. Let's do asymmetrical mobilization of the hips here. Right hand on the floor for support. Keep the feet together, and we're just going to bring the right knee up and exhale down. Up and down. Up and down, up, exhale down, 3 more rounds. Moving that hip joint. One round. And then both feet stay down, just the top foot comes up with inhalation. Exhale, lower the foot down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up and down, up, down. 2 more. And then slowly down. Place both hands down to the floor. Press, gently walk the hands to lift the spine to the neutral, and then we're going to lay in the other side. Buddha pose. Remember to protect your head, holding with your hand, knees bent. First, we're going to keep the feet together and just the top knee goes up with inhale and with exhale down. Asymmetrical mobilization of the hips. Well, the beauty of asymmetrical work is allows you to be aware of the difference in both sides of the different sides of the body. How the left hip reacts with this movement from your right hip that we just finished. Inhale and exhale, couple more rounds. Maybe the range of motion is deeper or looser. And then we're going to keep both knees together. Top foot moves up, and exhale, you lower to touch the right foot. Inhale, up and down, up and down, up. Exhale, lower. Couple more rounds. And then slowly release it. Both hands down to press. Gently walk the hands as you lift the spine. Bring the legs to the front, the mat. And then from here, we're going to lay again the spine down toward the floor. Grab your blanket, protect your neck and head. And the knee are bent and the chin into the chest. From here, let's bring the legs up to the sky and then rotating the ankles in one direction first. Going to the opposite direction. Flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. Flex the knees, lower the feet wide as your mat. Arms in T position. Let's rotate the legs to the left, the head to the right. Inhale through center and twisting the leg to the head to the left, right, and legs to the right. Some windshield wiper movement here first, mobilizing. Rocking your head gently into the opposite directions where your legs are going. Just move slowly. And again, take a moment to notice the difference between one hip and the other hip. And then we're going to drop the legs to the right, head to the left, hold it there. So if you notice you're holding tension in the left side of your hips and glutes, breathe through that and try to soften. Nice inhales, full exhale. Again, moving into windshield wiper from side to side first, rocking the head, opposite direction where the legs are going. And then we're going to drop the legs to the left, hold it there, and the head goes to the right. Pause and breathe. Head returns back to center, both legs back to center. Hug yourself, stretch your lower back. We'll just bring the thighs into the chest, then lower the feet down, widen the hip, pick up the pelvis, hips, bridge pose, nice long spine. And then slowly lower the bridge down here. Bring the arms out in T position, arms somewhere in between hips and shoulders, and then straighten your right leg to the right corner of the mat as you turn the right foot out. And then straighten your left leg to the left corner of the mat, turn the left foot out. Take an inhale, side out, let go. Again. One last. Welcome to Shavasana. This is your last pose. This is time when you release and you allow your body to enjoy the benefits of this practice where we are dressing fully the body and working asymmetrically through the joints, through the muscles on the side of the spine. Just take your time here. Close your eyes. If you need to cover yourself, allow the body to come into a deep rest as I guide you through relaxation. Please bring the awareness to the sole of both feet. Notice the ball of the foot, arch, heel. Notice all your toes and top of your feet. Relax your ankles, your shins and calf muscle. Soften the knees, the front and the back. Relax the thighs, relax the hamstrings. Relax your hips, pelvis, and glutes. Allow the lower back muscles and all the muscles connecting to the spine on the right side and the left side. Be aware of the muscles on your rib cage in the back. Relaxing shoulder blades. Going to the front of the body, allowing the belly to drop down to the base of the spine. Softening up abdomen, muscles in your rib cage, this time in the front of your rib cage. Soften the heart. Relax your chest, collarbones. Be aware of the front of the shoulders and back of the shoulders. Releasing your triceps and biceps, elbows, forearms, wrists, both hands, the palms and the top of the hands, and all your fingers. And from the shoulders, front and back of the body, all the way down to the sole of the feet, down to the fingertips, your body is gently releasing inch by inch. Soften the neck. Relax the muscle of your neck and the muscles engage, connecting with the base of the skull. Release your jaw, chin. Relax your tongue down to the base of the mouth. Soften the teeth, lips, and upper lip. Relax your nose and cheekbones. Soften your ears and temples. Allow your eyeballs to sink down to your eye sockets. Relax your eyelids and eyebrows. Soften your third eye. Relax your forehead and the crown of your head. Now the entire body, front and back, is letting go and is surrendering into a deep, deep and full rest. You are letting go. You are surrendering. Very slowly, please begin to deepen your breath. Rock your head gently from side to side. Wiggle toes, wiggle fingers. Bring the arms overhead, pointed toes, reach through the fingertips. Create a space in between each vertebrae. And with the next inhale and exhale, bend the knees, hug yourself. Slowly roll over to one side. Head comes last. And let's all sit together for a few minutes, trying to keep the spine upright as much as you can, soft shoulders, soft muscles on the face and jaw. And let's bring the attention to the heart center. Visualize your heart pumping, moving, rushing blood in and out, keeping us alive. Visualize the color, texture, but also take a moment to bring the attention deep, deep into your heart center. Now the visualization goes into growing from the depth of your heart, the feeling of compassion, the feeling of understanding, the feeling of not being judgmental, a feeling of lightness, a feeling of love and forgiveness, the feeling of letting go and non-attachment. And as we feel the body, as we feel our hearts beating and keeping us alive, let's send out from the deep part of the heart all these feelings out to the world, out to some specific person, human being that we think at this moment that might be needing that extra energy, good feeling energy. Let's bring the hands together to the center of the heart, holding in between the palms, perhaps a special person. And we connect that person with some specific feeling that that person might be needing today. And may all have peaceful, loving, sweet thoughts to keep cultivating in our minds. And may all have peaceful, loving, sweet words to keep creating and sharing with our loved ones, people we don't know, we encounter. And let's send love, peace, understanding, sweetness out to the world. Om Shanti. Shanti, Shanti. Asking for peace, peace, and more perfect peace. And I thank you all very much for being here today, practicing yoga. Namaskaram. Thank you.
Thank you so much.